You're listening to Self-Leadership with Dr. Benzmann, the podcast for entrepreneurial minds. Have you ever felt torn between what you should do and what you really want to do in your career? Do you sometimes wonder whether your current role reflects who you truly are? And what if you had an inner compass that could guide you more clearly, especially in times of change? Welcome to a new episode of Self-Leadership with Dr. Benzmann, where we explore how mastering self-leadership helps you thrive across all areas of your life. My name is Burkhard Benzmann. As a consultant, executive coach, and professor, I focus on helping individuals like you navigate the complexities of leadership and personal growth. Today's episode is about career anchors, a powerful concept that can help you understand what drives you at work. We'll connect this concept with the core idea of self-leadership, how you lead yourself toward meaningful, satisfying work and a life that feels aligned. You will learn what career anchors are, how they influence your motivation and decisions, how they support your self-leadership, and finally, you'll be guided through a short reflection exercise. So let's get started. What is self-leadership? First, a quick reminder of what I mean by self-leadership. I define self-leadership as attitudes and methods for goal-oriented leadership of oneself. It is based on three pillars: self-awareness, self-responsibility, and self-direction. This approach helps you create clarity about what matters most, stay on course in a turbulent world, and act in alignment with your deeper goals and values. But how do you know what matters most? That's where career anchors come in. Let's give an understanding of what career anchors are. The concept of career anchors was first introduced by Edgar Schein and has been recently reimagined in 2023 by Schein, Van Maan, and Peter Schein. Career anchors describe the core values, motivations, and needs that guide your career decisions, whether you are aware of them or not. Think of them as inner reference points. When you honor them, you feel energized. When you ignore them, you feel lost or frustrated. Here are the 8 career anchors of the concept of Schein and others. Number 1, technical, functional anchor. This anchor reflects a deep need to become truly excellent in a specific field. People with this anchor are driven by expertise and problem solving. They enjoy mastering a domain and being recognized for their know-how. Picture someone who doesn't need a leadership title, but thrives when solving complex technical challenges or perfecting systems. These people often feel most fulfilled when they are in the zone of their specialization. Self-leadership implications: build your role around deep work. Set goals that challenge your skill set. Look for environments where craftsmanship is valued. And avoid being pulled into roles that take you too far from what you do best. Ask yourself, where do I want to go deeper instead of wider? Anchor number 2, autonomy, independence. People with this anchor value freedom over structure and other things. They want to shape their own work, when, where, and how it happens. This might show up as a desire to work remotely, to reject micromanagement, or to create a business that lets you define your own pace. What matters most is self-direction. Self-leadership implications: design your work so that it gives you room to decide. Structure your day, your processes, and even your collaborations in a way that respects your independence. Watch for roles where rigid systems undermine your drive. Ask yourself, where do I feel boxed in and where do I feel free? Anchor number 3, challenge and risk. This anchor is about pushing boundaries. If this is your anchor, you seek complex problems, ambitious goals, and high-stakes situations. You are energized by uncertainty, by the thrill of figuring out things when others step back. You may not need constant adrenaline, but you do need stimulation and growth. Self-leadership implications? Keep your stretch goals visible. Volunteer for projects that kind of scare you in a good way. But also learn to manage recovery because intensity needs balance. Ask yourself, what challenges am I ready for, but maybe avoiding? Anchor number 4, entrepreneurial creativity. This anchor is about building something new. You're excited by innovation, by launching projects, or by creating solutions where none existed before. People with this anchor don't wait for permission. They experiment, prototype, and learn through action. Impact matters, but so does independence and originality. Self-leadership implications. You need time and space to create. Build routines that support innovation. Whiteboard sessions, idea journals, or side projects. Look for collaborators who energize you rather than constrain you. Ask yourself, what have I created lately that I'm proud of? Anchor number 5, general management. You are drawn to leading people and steering complex systems. You enjoy aligning teams, making strategic decisions, and delivering results through others. It's not just about control. It's about seeing the big picture and coordinating moving parts. You thrive on responsibility and influence. Self-leadership implications? Sharpen your systems thinking. Strengthen your communication skills, and regularly check that your leadership remains values-driven, not just performance-driven. Ask yourself, am I leading with clarity or just managing complexity? Career anchor number 6, service, dedication to a cause. This anchor is rooted in meaning and contribution. You want to make a positive difference to help people solve societal issues or support a cause bigger than yourself. Success is measured not just in numbers, but in impact. You feel fulfilled when your work reflects your deeper beliefs. Self-leadership implications? Align your goals with your values. Don't ignore purpose when making decisions about your role or organization, and take time to reconnect with your why, especially in difficult moments. Ask yourself, what kind of impact do I want to have this year? Anchor number 7, stability and security. This anchor is about predictability, consistency, and reliability. You want to work in an environment where expectations are clear, change is manageable, and long-term planning is possible. You may not resist all change, but you value continuity and low risk. The anchor often shows up in people who've experienced instability in the past. Self-leadership implications. Don't apologize for seeking structure. Instead, choose roles that let you build routines and minimize volatility. But also stay open to evolution. Security doesn't have to mean stagnation. Ask yourself, what routines make me feel grounded and which ones trap me? And the final anchor, life-work integration. This anchor reflects a deep desire to balance life's different areas, not by separating them, but by integrating them meaningfully. You want to work that allows space for family, for well-being, travel, hobbies, or personal growth. You don't want to sacrifice your life for your job, or vice versa. Self-leadership implications. Define your non-negotiables clearly. Design your time with care. Say yes to flexibility and no to false urgency. Make alignment your leadership strategy. Ask yourself, am I living the way I want or just working the way I'm told? Yeah, keep in mind, most people have one anchor, but some may even have three. So there can be one or more anchors that seem to be dominant, that shape your career, shape the satisfaction and decisions you take. So how do career anchors connect with self-leadership? When you combine the concept of career anchors with self-leadership, at least three powerful things might happen. Number one, you gain clarity. You're better able to filter opportunities. Example, if your anchor is autonomy, you will recognize that micromanagement will be toxic no matter the salary. Number two, you increase your motivation. When your work aligns with your anchor, you naturally feel more energized and committed. Example, someone driven by service will perform best in roles with a sense of purpose, even if they come with lower pay. And number three, you navigate change with confidence. Career anchors are not fixed forever. Maybe 10 years ago, you were driven by a challenge. Today, it might be stability. Self-leadership helps you recognize and accept this evolution and to adjust your goals accordingly. Handle with care. You may know me by now. I always encourage you to treat any concept, any model, any framework with care. The career anchors are just that, a concept, a useful lens, not a label. Test it, use it, but don't confuse insight with identity. You are not a finished product, you are becoming. As psychologist Daniel Gilbert put it, we are works in progress who think we are finished. Let that sink in. Personality is fluid. Motivation evolves. So don't get trapped in a fixed self-concept. Let your career anchor or anchors guide you, not box you in. Let's come to a short reflection exercise. Let's pause for a moment. Maybe you even want to write down or think through your answers. I got 3 questions for you. Am I doing work that reflects what I really care about? What is one bold step I can take now to move in the right direction? And where might I need to adjust my mindset or my actions to reach the next level? Let me repeat the 3 questions. Am I doing work that reflects what I really care about? What is one bold step I can take now to move in the right direction? Where might I need to adjust my mindset or my actions to reach the next level? These questions, I'm sure, can open the door to real change. Yeah, if you found this episode helpful, you can even download my slide deck that I developed for my Career Anchors webinar. I put the link in the show notes. Be careful, I have a password for that, so make sure you type in the password as well. Also, if you happen to be in Bogota, in Colombia, on July 10, join me in person for my in-person workshop at the German Chamber of Commerce. We will work hands-on with these concepts. We will explore the 7 fields of self-leadership, and we will create practical strategies for your career and leadership role. So remember, you are not finished, you are evolving. Self-leadership is not about having all the answers. It's about asking the right questions and having the courage to act. Lead yourself with clarity and build a career that fits who you truly are. So thanks for listening. Until next time, stay strong and lead yourself well. Yours, Burkhard Benzmann. Thank you for joining me on Self-Leadership with Dr. Benzmann. Until next time, stay committed to leading yourself with purpose.